बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम।
उलमा-ए-देओबंद की बरसगीर पाक व हिंद में क्या खिदमात दीनिया हैं, इस हवाले से अंग्रेज़ी ज़ुबान में गुफ्तगू करने के लिए मैं दावत खिताब देता हूँ मौलाना क़ियाम-उद-दीन साहब को, जो कोयटा से ताल्लुक़ रखते हैं और तखस्सुस के तालिब इल्म हैं। मौलाना क़ियाम-उद-दीन साहब।
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि व कफ़ा वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला इबादिहिल्लज़ीना इस्तफ़ा, अम्मा बाद फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। वमन युशाक़िक़िर रसूल मिन बअदि मा तबय्यन लहुल हुदा व यत्तबि' ग़ैरा सबीलिल मुअमिनीन नुवल्लिहि मा तवल्ला व नुस्लिहि जहन्नम व साअत मसीरा। वक़ाल अन्नबिय्यु सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम इन बनी इसराईल तफ़र्रक़त अला 72 मिल्ला व इन उम्मती तफ़्तरिक़ु अला 73 मिल्ला कुल्लुहुम फ़िन्नार इल्ला मिल्लतन वाहिदा। क़ालू मन हिय या रसूलल्लाह? क़ाल मा अना अलैहि व अस्हाबी। सदक़ल्लाहुल अज़ीम व सदक़ रसूलुहुन नबियुल करीम। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मद व अला आलि मुहम्मद कमा सल्लैता अला इब्राहीम व अला आलि इब्राहीम इन्नका हमीदुम मजीद। अल्लाहुम्मा बारिक अला मुहम्मद व अला आलि मुहम्मद कमा बारकता अला इब्राहीम व अला आलि इब्राहीम इन्नका हमीदुम मजीद। I am very thankful to Allah for giving me the opportunity to be here in this valuable gathering. My respectful guests, dear audience, and my dear listeners, I welcome all of you here. And the topic which has been assigned to me is services of Ulma-e-Deoband. Dear listeners, let me allow to tell you about what the most difficult time upon this ummah was. If you gather all the suffering of Muslim world, it doesn't compare with a fraction of British Raj in 1857. History records that there were some great legends of Islam who took out the Muslim ummah from the cruel clutches of British Raj. In such circumstances, those ulama decided to start institution of Islamic education. 10 years after independence war, a small madrasa was started in Deoband. And the founder of that madrasa was Shaykhul Islam and Hujjatul Islam Molana Muhammad Qasim Nanotwi rahimahullah, who faced a lot of hurts to liberate the Islam from British rule. In beginning with one teacher and one student, and that first student was Shaykhul Hind Mahmud Hassan Deobandi rahimahullah. History also recorded the sacrifices of Shaykhul Hind when he and his honorable student Shaykhul Islam Allama Hussain Ahmad Madani rahimahullah were deported of country and jailed at Malta. Dear listeners, what were the aims of Deoband's movement? The aims of Deoband's movement were to protect the Islam and to protect the religious, civil and social rights of Islam who was suffered through the products of British Raj. And they gained their aims. Dear listeners, who are we? We are the pioneers of religious freedom in subcontinent against British. We are the first who launched independence movement of 1877. And we are the first who launched Khilafat movement. We are the first who launched Rashmi Rumaz movement. And we are the first who launched Pakistan movement. And we are the first who launched Khatm Nubuwwat movement. Who are we? We are Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah Ulama-e-Deoband, a symbol of Ummah's unity and diversity. Dear listeners, there are a lot of services of Ulama-e-Deoband, but I want to mention just the name of those ulamas and their major religious services who was polished from the Ulma-e-Deoband. Shaykhul Hind Mahmud Hassan Deobandi, the translator of Quran, was from Deoband. The one who has written Tafsir Usmani, Shaykhul Islam Allama Shabir Ahmad Usmani, was from Deoband. And the credit of famous Faizul Bari, summary of Sahih al-Bukhari, goes to Allama Anwar Shah Kashmiri, who was from Deoband. And both Mufti Azizur Rahman and Mufti Kifayatullah Delvi, who were Imams of Fiqh, were from Deoband. And the legends of politics, Shaykhul Islam Hussain Ahmad Madani and Molana Ubaidullah Sindhi, were Deobandis. Tasawwuf's Imam, Hakim al-Ummah, Molana Ashraf Ali Thanvi was from Deoband. And the last but not the least, Molana Ilyas Delvi, who kept alive the Sunnah of Prophet, peace be upon him, all over the world, was one among of them. Dear listeners, history in which Ulama-e-Deoband are not mentioned is very poor, misleading and unfair to them. Today too, we are so grateful to our Akabirin, especially to Munazir Ahl-Sunnah wal-Jama'ah, Molana Muhammad Aminu Kadwi, and his vice Mutakallim Islam, Molana Muhammad Ilyas Guman, who came out on the platform of the Ittihad Ahl-Sunnah wal-Jama'ah and answered every bogus sect. And the Muslim world is so thankful to them that they served and saved their aqaids. At last, Prophet, peace be upon him, says, لا يقبل الله لصاحب بدعة صوما ولا صلاة ولا صدقة ولا جهادا ولا عمرة ولا حجا ولا فرزا ولا عذرا ويخرج من الإسلام كما تخرج الشعرة من العجين. So that's why we invite all the fact sects that they must adopt the faith of Ahl-Sunnah wal Jama'ah to tread on Sirat Mustaqim to reach the glory of both life. I mean, fi dunya wal akhirah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.